Welcome to your indoor life, fresh air.
Wonderful, W-I-L.
I think we can dispense with all that.
And now a message from Suburban Ford at Lindbergh and Manchester.
We pause at this holiday season to thank you, St. Louis, for a wonderful year of business at Suburban Ford. We've tried to see that you were given every break in buying a new Ford. You've responded in record-breaking numbers. For those who've not visited Suburban as yet, we pledge to you the very best deal on a new 63 Ford automobile. We make this pledge not in boast, but because we know our costs of doing business, and we know we're prepared to sell a Ford automobile for less dollar difference than any other dealer in this area. Thank you.
Everybody's favorite Ford dealer, Suburban Ford.
Well,
now send me some love, and he says, that's Mr. Sammy Cook, and we want to send you on down to Heinrich. Heinrich Motors invites you to see the biggest array of okay used cars in town. Heinrich's has over 200 outstanding used cars, which live up to every standard you'd expect from a dealer with a more than 40-year reputation for quality and service. Generous trade-in allowance on your car, low rates of the GMAC, and lowest prices make your Heinrich deal a great deal. Pick them now while the prices are the lowest they'll be in 63 at Heinrich Motors, 214 Lake Avenue.
Get in the groove, leave the rest behind. Make your move, swing out with a lark. Get behind the wheels of a lark.
Say, for only $63 down, $63 a month, Monroe Auto Sales puts you behind the wheel of a Lark. Big riding, big performance, big comfort Lark. Only the price is compact. Trade-in allowance is really big at Monroe Auto Sales, 55 Monroe Avenue, Rochester's big Lark dealer. At the auto show, see Monroe. If you're buying a car, I'd like to suggest that Ken Ralph Ford is really as easy as ABC when it comes to buying one, and that's right. A is for A1, top condition used cars. B for the best value and best trade-in allowance. And C for convenient on-the-spot financing. Put them all together and they spell Ford, Falcon, or Thunderbird, or one of the hundreds of late model used cars, fully guaranteed and ready to go. And by the way, there are still a few brand new 1962s. At such tremendous savings you'll find it hard to believe. And remember too, you can lease a 1963 Ford at Ken Ralph Ford for as little as $69 a month. That's right, $69 a month. And that includes everything, insurance, service, maintenance, everything except your gas. So drive over today to Ken Ralph Ford, 2900 Monroe Avenue near Clover, where extra value is featured in every car they sell.
Take care of yourself. Speaking of driving, I'd like nothing in the world any better than to see you driving a McMahon Ford. Fooled you there, white man. Hey, listen, you be sure to go on by, won't you? McMahon Ford, we have this thing going, between Danny and myself. We have teams, and I'm sort of running quarterback on this, friends. Former fullback, taking over as field general for McMahon Ford. All of them. Shut up, Danny. Now get out. I don't ever say anything on your things. You be sure to go on by McMahon Ford and see one of the guys on my team, would you? Huh? Bunch of the boys out there. Running wingback is Ted Cunningham. In the halfback slot is Clarence Houston. Tino DeFranco, he's a water boy. He always runs in off the field, with water. Go by and see Tino. And my good buddy Glenn Schmecka have a beer. Yeah, they're all there with Glenn Schmecka have a beer, and they're all swinging guys. You go by and see them, won't you, and let them put you in. I'm going to call up and talk to them in a few minutes and see how many our team has sold today. I don't care about the other team, man. Just our team, So you go on by. McMahon Ford, 4100 Gravois, Chippewa. And this is a fact, too, where promises are performed. That's right. Good service, too. That's the bad thing about buying a car. You don't mind buying a new car, but it's just you never can get them fixed, because everybody's too busy. And I tell you, boy, there's some bad dealers. Now, I wouldn't kid you, because I know, man, every time I take mine in, just can't ever get it in. But out there, they have great service. They're open till 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you can't remember the guy's name, just tell him one of the Ron Lundy's team, That's me. Tino DeFranco, he's still running with that water. Clarence Hudson, Ted Cunningham, and Glenn Schmecka beer. Go on by now, McMahon Ford.
It's still hard to believe that I'm not dreaming, but it's true. Thanks to wonderful WIL, my husband and I are going to spend a wonderful 5-day holiday in Las Vegas at the fabulous Stardust Resort Hotel. This is Mrs. Marion Connersman of 6319 Louisiana Avenue, St. Louis 11. I won the grand prize in WIL's holiday sweepstakes, a 5-day holiday in Las Vegas for two. It certainly does pay to listen to WIL.
More winners on wonderful WIL St. Louis. The winner's wonderland.
Oh, yes, some people have all the luck, getting the big iron goose and going to Vegas. Oh.
Well, I'd rather you drive out in the McMahon Ford, tell the truth. I hadn't.
Brent Forsyth on the News Watch for CHUM. Thermometer 62 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The probability of showers tomorrow, 70%. Cooksville, 2 gunmen were foiled in their attempt to escape from a Cooksville bank today, but not before one police officer from Toronto Township had been wounded, and the bandits chased at speeds up to 90 miles an hour with 2 bank employees as hostages in a stolen police car. Sergeant Bernie Oakes, who surprised the bandits leaving the bank, suffered 2 flesh wounds to his arm. The gunmen, unable to get to their own car, parked at the rear of the bank at Dixie Road and the Dundas Highway, made off with the police car. The hostages, Barry Johnson of Burlington and David Gruber of Guelph, were unharmed during the chase. The bandits were finally forced off the road by Detective Douglas Burrows in a commandeered private car owned by 27-year-old Clay Smith. Smith tells the story of the chase.
I pulled up, I had passed the other cruisers, and I pulled up alongside, and my passengers told me since that the one fella had a gun pointed out the window at us, and then I cut in front of him, and then I just stopped right sort of angle-wise in the middle of the road, and maybe about 10 feet in front of them, and then they hit us. Of course, they were stopped then. They couldn't go any further because they were right at me.
Was this all at high speed?
Well, it had gone down. It had gone down to about 40 miles an hour when I cut in front of them because of the front wheel, when the other cruiser had cut them off and rolled over, like the other cruiser had rolled over. But, and then the cop that was with me, he jumped out of the car and started shooting. And then Bill and I, we got out of the car, as well as the other policemen were shooting them too.
Another question, who's going to pay for the damage on your car?
I don't know, maybe the township will pay for it, I don't know who. But if they don't, why, my insurance may cover it. But under the circumstances, they may not, you see.
Clay Smith, whose car was used today to apprehend 2 armed bandits in custody and charged with attempted murder, are 2 Americans identified as 33-year-old Donald E. Cottom of Tacoma, Washington, and 35-year-old Melvin George Brown of Houston, Texas.